Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to your 16 rune scope with me. My name is Amanda. This month, in conjunction with runes, I'll once again be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. And then be sure after this reading that you join me over on Vimeo On Demand page, because I'll be pulling one card from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle by Doreen Virtue for you for your spiritual guidance for the month of November. These always tie in amazingly with what I got in the readings, but this month especially so far, they've really been offering further guidance and wisdom from her. So definitely hop over there and check that out. It's below in the details section. Just click or tap show more and you'll find the link to the Vimeo page. But let's jump in, Pisces. See first of all which runes want to jump out of the skillet for you here. Number for Pisces. What do we got? Pisces need to know. Okay, off to the races. Do check out the video for your rising sign as well, Pisces, as I always admonish, because it can give you additional information, additional wisdom regarding what will be happening for you during. If you would like something far more specific and in tune, more accurate with what's going on for you personally, then you would need to schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype. It's $5 for minutes. The email address is runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. And you just get in touch with me there. We'll set up a time to meet on Skype. And we can get some, guidance and wisdom on any issue or area of life that you'd be concerned with right now. But let's see what's happening here for Pisces. Well, up first, the challenge or focus. We've got Ace of Coins here in reverse. And coming up with Othila in reverse. So the first thing that's coming up here could be expenses around the home. There could be something coming up that needs fixed and it ends up costing you more than you can spend. Some of you be hosting Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to those of you who will be celebrating that here in the States in November. Some of you be hosting that. So it came up for Scorpio as well. Scorpios and Pisceans, a lot of you out there be hosting Thanksgiving, and maybe it's just like, the money of the meal, putting that into the meal. Maybe there are some things, if you're going to have people staying, you're kind of trying to fix up some rooms or maybe paint some rooms or get it all done before everybody kind of descends on your home. And this could be a bit frustrating. You feel like, maybe you're also kind of like getting ready to buy things for Christmas for people. And you're like, I can't afford to spend this right now. You feel like fixing something that goes wrong around the house is really going to hurt you financially. You feel vulnerable with that. Some of you just be waiting for a payout. Maybe you were supposed to get a raise or a bonus, or you're waiting to get paid for work done that you've done, and you'd be waiting on that. There could be some sort of delay around that, but you'd maybe feel kind of weird asking about it. So there could be some kind of trepidation there. Some of you could find out that a property or an inheritance that you were supposed to be receiving is going to be delayed, or a sale fall through when it comes to real estate or property purchases, that sort of thing. Any big ticket item, but particularly when this rune comes up, it even looks like a little house when it's upright. Can kind of fall through. Maybe some of you had to travel to go, you were planning to maybe go home for the holiday, those of you in the States, and you're just not, you can't really make a decision at the beginning of it because you're not sure if you're going to have the money. You're not sure if you're going to get this payout. But the energy as you're moving into her, like in the position of the present as November begins, we've got Two of Swords. So, and this can indicate some kind of communication that you're ignoring, maybe from someone that you have been less than thrilled with of late, whether it's a friend, a family member, your spouse. This could be someone just kind of trying to poke in your business. I'm almost feeling like you perceive it as someone offering an apology or reaching out to you, but that they always have a hidden motive. So you may not be responding just because they're trouble, or because they always, no matter what they're saying, that's not, whatever they're saying is seldom what their real motivation is. So someone that you're very distrustful of, you distrust their motives. They be trying to connect with you on Facebook, or they be trying to, like, maybe they emailed you and you're just not responding because you think they want to get information out of you or kind of interfere in your life in some way. And so you're being very guarded with this person, with the Two of Swords. And, now in this deck, the woman is not blindfolded. Normally with the Two of Swords and like the writer-based artwork, she's always wearing a blindfold. So what that's saying to me for you, Pisces, because we're using this deck this month for you and this particular card came up, is like you're being guarded, but I mean, you're not blinded to what this person's trying to do. So, I mean, if this were a regular writer deck, you might be, there might be something you're not seeing or refusing to see, but because she's not blindfolded in this one, I feel like it's important to tell you that, I mean, whatever your intuition, whatever your feelings are about this person is right on. And for some of you, it would be more than one person. In fact, it would be a married couple, two people who are troublesome or have caused discord in the family. And maybe they're trying to get an invite if you're hosting Thanksgiving at your house, or maybe they're trying to reconcile with the family, just, in order to kind of be in everybody's business at Thanksgiving. And you're just feeling very distrustful of the motives behind this person or this couple. And, now there'll be other members of the family though, that are like falling for it, and that may irritate you, Pisces. And I've gotten this message for, really all of the water signs at different times, but I mean, this comes up quite a lot. It's like, you're so intuitive, water signs. You pick up on hidden currents, you pick up on what people are hiding, you pick up on, like this situation, the fact that they're up to no good way before anyone else does. So it always can kind of make you the lone wolf. You're like the only one that's like, oh, I don't trust this person. I just got a feeling about this person. Everybody's like, oh, you're overreacting, or, oh, they're good people, or, because they buy what they're being shown. They're not picking up on any of the undercurrents like you do. So it can be frustrating being in that situation, but as December starts, so maybe this person kind of reaches out in October, or they've tried to, weasel their way or weasel an invitation back into the good graces of people in time for the holiday, but you're not buying it. And other people be, but you got to do what's right for you, Pisces. And, if you're hosting the event, you, of course, get to decide who's coming, but, you just feel like pressure from other people to include people that you don't want to include in something. Even if it's not a holiday, maybe it's something else. If you're not in the States and not celebrating a holiday, remember, this could be something else. It could be talks about the Christmas holiday, But yeah, if you're opposed, you feel like other people aren't seeing the deceit, and you are, but you feel pressure from those people who aren't seeing it to kind of give in. You got to do what's best for you, but at the same time, if it's going to, if it would hurt people close to you that you do care about, to not include these people, and maybe that you just kind of have to bite the bullet here, Pisces, and either attend an event or invite people. Again, it's your call, especially if it's your home, but this could be, you could be conflicted for a little bit about this, about what to do. The help that's going to be available to you. We got Cups in reverse. So I think many of you are going to go ahead, if that's the situation, and invite these people, because it is a chance. It's one step to a new beginning. It's a step to healing a situation. It may not be complete in number, but it'll be a lot closer. And maybe it'll never be the same again. Depending on whatever the situation is. But there's opening up. There is, the fires of friendship are here with the runes that are here, and something that could turn into a glorious new beginning. Um, so I feel like even if, maybe you don't do what this person wants you to do, you may have a heart to heart and really just open up. Maybe even tell them, I don't trust your motives after the past. That's just been my experience with you. Be very open and honest. Pisces don't generally like confrontation all that much, but I do feel like there's something here where if you deny someone coming to your home, you're going to have to explain why. You feel like they should know why, but some people are just dumb that way. There's no other way to say it. They're just clueless when it comes to, especially these days. I don't know what's happened. But there's a real, like, they were never taught social graces. A lot of people, they were never taught courtesy, how to treat people, common decency, but you need to school someone on that, Pisces. Unfortunately, the job fall to you because Pisces are generally people who you always think of other people first. You always want, to at least attempt to treat people how you would want to be treated. And you expect that in return. And that is not a high expectation. It really should be a common thing. That is the Wiccan read, essentially. It's definitely the teachings of Christianity, pretty much all religions that are not full of hate, which none of them are if they're actually following what was set down in ancient times. At least the secular ones, the most recognized ones. There are some that had human sacrifice and all that stuff, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the Druids. We're talking about, those that are continuing to be practiced today by majorities of people. The main kind of basis of all of those can be brought together under one simple umbrella of treat others how you want to be treated. Love your neighbor, love your fellow man. And somehow it's just totally escaped some people. They're walking around running over other people. And I feel like Pisces, it's going to fall to you and her to set someone straight. You don't have to do it in a mean, angry way. Unless that's what you're feeling. Some of you be feeling that. But I do feel like there's something you need to get off your chest before you can move forward. And maybe you need to do it before the whole family is there. Like if they are coming together, if there is a reunion planned, it's like you need to maybe meet with this person one-on-one or even have a phone conversation. Wouldn't do it over text. Phone, Skype, something where you can interact with this person and just be like, look, I want you to be part of the family again. I want you to come to this event. I don't want to not include you, but I just have some issues with past behavior or, I just don't feel like I can trust you. Just lay it all out. Honesty is the name of the game. But the good news is that if you do that, Pisces, I'm really seeing that, you could be repairing a relationship. You could be one step closer to really opening up and trusting someone again. Really healing, and it can be a new beginning for you. Some of you are almost to completion with a creative project. And for some of you, maybe you're just going to escape this nonsense altogether and be like, oh, the money problems, and I've got this big expense, and the families, I'm not trusting people in the family. But you're going to throw yourself into a creative project that you've been working on for quite some time. And you're not totally completed, but man, are you close. I mean, by the end of the and I feel like it's going to be a help to you to kind of just escape everything into this world or into this something that you're creating. Whatever this is, it doesn't feel like work to me. It feels like you enjoy this and you're really enjoying the process. And you're really feeling good about this and lucky about this. And it does seem to be creativity with Canis here from you. For some of you, we've got Gifu here coming up, and that's the partnership rune. So there could be someone who disappointed you in the past, the return of someone from the past. And again, this is who you're being guarded from. And maybe your family is like, oh God, don't take that person back. But they'd be trying to rekindle for some of you, restart that fire. And you'd be like, look, I can't trust you. That maybe that person that you're talking to, I can't give you what you want. I can't, but we can be friends. And that might not be the end of it, though. We'll talk about why in a minute here. What must be accepted about her? We've got the Sun card in reverse. Again, it's like still a good card. Kind of like the Cups in reverse. Still a good card, even in reverse. But it's like something's not quite... We're on the precipice of, big celebrations and joy and happiness, but we're not quite there. And patience is still required, but there's something that's a process. Forgiveness is a process, rekindling a relationship and seeing what it's going to be is a process. We are working towards something that when you get to it, Pisces, it's going to be quite a celebration. It's going to be a very big deal. The sense of completion is going to be overwhelming for you, and just joy that you completed it. And for some of you, maybe it's not reconciling with someone from the past, but healing from that and feeling like you can move forward, or or inviting someone back into the family, reconnecting with someone who's been estranged, or for some of you, maybe it's about becoming a mom, because the Sun card has a lot of connections with children. I believe Cancer got a similar. Cancer and Scorpio, all the water signs are dealing with kids or creation of something. But Bjork is here, and that's the rune of mother or motherhood. So some of you are going, you're being patient. You've been trying to get pregnant. Got Ing here too, and Gifu. So pretty much all the fertility runes are on the table. You know what that means if you don't want to get pregnant? Maybe that's why for some of you, you find out and you're like, oh, that's expensive. Kids are expensive. I don't know if and maybe you're just, maybe it's a newer relationship. Maybe you haven't been together too long. And you're like, oh gosh, we're not ready for this. But someone could surprise you. Even if maybe you're fearing disappointment, someone could surprise you with their response to this. And maybe they won't be, uber excited, but they'll get there. Sometimes people have to adjust to that big of news, Pisces. If you're a guy, this still applies. I mean, you can impregnate someone. Pregnancy, whenever it comes up in these readings, applies to both sexes, gay, straight, whatever. I mean, you could find out the person you're with wants children and you don't. If you're in a same-sex partnership, or you want to get serious, but you could find out, oh, they want that. Do I care about this person enough to, change my mind? Maybe you thought you never would do that, and then, sometimes the right person can make us rethink things. The end result of her is the Two of Cups. So, this is emotional partnership. Normally a relationship, it does not have to be romantic, but for some of you, I do feel like, this could be somebody coming back. You could really be, reconnecting. Maybe you were like, oh, let's just be friends. But then by the end of it, you're like, okay, that's out the window. For some of you, you could find out that you're pregnant, and this is, definitely you and this child are just going to be your soulmates. You are, but in the good sense of the word, not the challenging sense that soulmates often are. But when this child comes into your life, physically, it's going to be very much a reunion. You're going to recognize that soul, and this soul's going to recognize you, and you will be very close, always. Two peas in a pod is what I'm getting. Some of you, there could be a new relationship coming in. Maybe it comes in as soon as you kind of maybe forgive this past relationship. Some of you, it could, for those of you that this person is not a bad, has really kind of changed and matured. And you'll have to judge that on a case-by-case basis, or you can certainly set up an appointment with me. I'll see what information we can get for you regarding someone's motives. But listen to your intuition. It's always very strong, Pisces. But some of you, could be a new start with a former partner, or a new beginning with a family member where you're going to get close again. It could be the start of that, or it could be a new relationship coming in that's going to be very serious, very, there could be marriage. that you're talking about. Somebody propose. Pisces, if you're a guy, you propose. Women can propose too, but I think guys still do it a lot more often. Although, you know, if you're ready and you got the guts, go for it, ladies. You know, and if you're in a same-sex partnership and you're feeling like, okay, well, we both want to have kids, well, probably what we should do first is get married, right? Or move in together. There's some sort of solidifying or taking a relationship to the next level, no matter the nature of that relationship. You're moving to the next level by the end of November, and feeling very positive about that. The new beginnings are very good. What you've been waiting for seems to come to fruition by the end of November, or what you had to kind of be patient about. By the end of November, you're very excited about where this is heading. And for some of you, it could be this creative project if it's connected to two people, two characters, a relationship. Maybe some of you wrote a love story, you completed it, and now at the end of November, and actually November is, what is it, NaNoWriMo? National Novel Writing Month. Those of you that are doing that, I feel like if you're going to complete it by the end of November, especially if you're writing about it, especially if relationships figure strongly, or mother-child relationships, that sort of energy. So November ends on a positive note. It does have some challenges, but it's nothing that you're not expecting, I don't think, Pisces. You might want to put back some money if you're watching this on the October side. It looks like you may be a little bit concerned about something going on with the house, or a deal maybe falling through real estate wise, or you not getting payouts that you were expecting. But I think by the end of November, that will be all rectified and taken care of. Like I said, though, meet me over on Vimeo. We'll see what further guidance we can get about this, see if we can clear anything up. I'm going to shuffle the Healing with the Fairies Oracle cards, and we'll see what wisdom the fairies have for you for Pisces. I'll see you over there, and I will see you back here on YouTube next month.